Yo, what's up, my friends? It's Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NBA here for you today on Friday, December 29th, 2023. We're going to have NBA player props, spreads, over-unders, money lines here for you today. We got 4 picks that are great value bets for this Friday NBA slate. As always, we'd just like to thank you all for your continued support here on the channel. If you're new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Guys, I really do appreciate all of you guys. You guys absolutely rock. Make sure you guys check out our Discord channel as well. I'll have a link down below in the comment section and description for that. Great way to connect with our community and to get more ideas for bets. Like I said, we'll have links posted for that. Be sure to also drop your favorite pick for today's action down below in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. And we'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, guys, results from the last episode. I'd rather not do this, but we're going to do it. Guys, we went 0-4 on our last episode, which was last week. This was Thursday, the 21st, I believe. I ended up going 0-4, minus 4 units. Not a good day at all. The one that really hurt me was the end of the night with DeAndre Ayton. We had his under 12.5 rebounds. He had about 8 rebounds with 5 minutes to go in the game. And they were down by like 15 or 16 points, the Blazers were. Well, they went on a run. Wizards couldn't make anything down the stretch, and Ayton scooped up a bunch of offensive rebounds, and he ended up going over, and it hurt. And obviously we didn't like that. We took a shot there with the Pistons money line for plus money versus the Jazz. Thought it was a great spot. It was a close game most of the game. They ended up being minus money before the game started because the Jazz rolled out some players, and they still beat the Pistons. That's how bad things are in Detroit right now. Then we had John Morant over PRA, second game back, just didn't get it done. Then we had Kobe White over 22.5 points. He finishes with 18. So, rough day in the NBA, guys. We're going to get back after it today. We're going to get a 4-0 sweep today. It's going to happen, guys. We're speaking it into existence. We're going to get this done. So, let's get after it today, guys. Let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we got Damian Lillard over 24.5 points here for the Milwaukee Bucks. Minus 105 odds here on MGM. Guys, I love betting on stars in particular, but I love betting on Dame Lillard. I really do. Even though lately he's only 4 out of his last 10 to this line, but 4 out of his last 7. So it's been a little bit better here of late. He's 17 out of 29 overall in the season to this line, which is pretty solid. 5 out of his last 10 on the road to this line. But in particular, guys, I like the matchup here with the Cavs, who allow the 11th most points to point guards. So I like seeing that. His last 3 games versus the Cavaliers, Damian Lillard has posted 50, 26, and 32. So, really has flied over this line versus the Cavs. Now, of course, that was when he was a member of the Blazers, but obviously, I do like this matchup. His averages on the road are down 23.8 points per game compared to 26.8 at home. But like I said, I love the plus matchup. I also love that it's a Friday night. There is something about Friday nights where I could see it being a thing where, a player feels a little bit better on a Friday night. I know it's kind of weird, but he has been very good here on Friday night. So far this season, he's averaging 29.3 points per game on Friday nights. He's 8 out of his last 10 hitting the over this line on Friday nights. 6 of those going for 30 plus. So it's Dame time on Friday night, guys. It only makes sense. But like I said, the biggest thing I like here is the matchup and the fact that his line's fairly low. We're getting his line here really at the best, at one of our better points. His line has been 26, 27.5. Now you're getting it at the 24.5 mark. And I think that's solid value here when you consider the matchup. And like I said, I do like the numbers on Friday night. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's not really that important, but I could see Friday being the thing. I really could. Some days of the week I wouldn't put a lot of importance to. A day like weekend days or Fridays, stuff like that, heading into weekends, shifts in that way, I could see that being a thing. So I do love it there, guys, for our number 1 pick. We're going Damian Lillard over 24.5 points here for the Milwaukee Bucks. Minus 105 odds here on MGM. Okay, and at number 2, we got Nikola Jokic under 26.5 points here for the Denver Nuggets. Plus 100 odds here on DraftKings. So yeah, Aaron Gordon is out. Now the question is, when it comes to that for the Denver Nuggets, is that going to make a difference for Jokic as far as scoring the ball? If anything, when you think about it, Aaron Gordon actually sets up Nikola Jokic for some easier looks. Because Aaron Gordon's a very willing passer. If anything, it helps Jokic score more when Aaron Gordon's on the floor. So, if you look at the last 10 games without Aaron Gordon, Jokic has gone under in 6 out of the last 10 without Gordon. If you look at last game they played, guys, Jokic finished with 26 points. Guess what his shooting percentage was? He was 100% from the floor. He was 11 out of 11. He only attempted 11 shots, and he went 11 for 11 and still hit the under. So I should tell you what you need to know there. As far as field goal attempts go, if it stays in that range, obviously I'm feeling pretty good that we're going to cash this line. Overall, though, he's under in 7 out of his last 10 games, under in 6 of his last 10 at home, including 6 of his last 6. I just think you have a lot of capable scores on the Nuggets. It's not like Jokic is going to... Not like it's going to really change anything for Jokic. Aaron Gordon doesn't shoot the ball a ton anyway. And you got guys on the outside that can shoot the ball. Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, guys like that. So I don't see this really being a problem for Nikola Jokic, honestly, as far as hitting the under. Positionally, this actually isn't a great matchup. You'd think versus the Thunder it is, as far as for grabbing rebounds maybe, but actually the Thunder are allowing the 8th fewest points to centers. So not a bad defensive team, really. And even the Bucks, have this spread here set to 3.5. They think the Thunder are going to keep this game close. Thunder, like I said, not a bad defensive team overall, particularly, like I said, defending the center position. And the biggest thing, when I look at that 11 for 11 game for Jokic, is like he's still hitting the under. That's kind of impressive. He was perfect from the field. So, obviously, I don't care how it comes. This is plus money. You should be able to get this at 26.5 all day long, hopefully. If this happens to move, I still would like it at 25.5, but I really wouldn't go too much below that. I doubt you'll see it move in that direction too much. But even, in his last 10 versus the Thunder, he's 7 out of his last 10 under versus the Thunder, which you like to see that, guys. So I do like it today there for our number 2 pick. Love it there, guys. We got Nikola Jokic under 26.5 points here versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Plus 100 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 3, we got the Philadelphia 76ers minus 1.5 spread here versus the Houston Rockets. Minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. Got key injuries on both sides, guys. The Rockets have Dillon Brooks and Jabari Smith Jr. out. 76ers have Embiid out. So the question is how are these injuries going to impact these teams? Well, we saw the first game there without Dillon Brooks and Jabari Smith last game versus the Suns. Rockets ended up losing by 16 there to the Suns. So, obviously, time will tell. The big thing that I look for on the Rockets, though, is the depth. Can they survive injuries to the rotation? They're already coming into the season as people, this is an outside playoff team looking in. So if you start getting injuries to that team, that's a problem. And both of these guys have been very good for the Rockets. Dillon Brooks has been very good defensively, adding in three-point shooting. Jabari Smith has been very good as well. You take both of those guys out, it's a big loss, particularly defensively, when you really think about it. So I don't think the Rockets can withstand the injuries. Can the 76ers? I think so. I've seen the 76ers play without Embiid. Really, they play pretty solid without Embiid. I know they're 1-4 this season without him, but if you look at the matchups, who they played, now they're coming off a 20-point win over the Orlando Magic in Orlando. Believe it or not, all the games without Embiid have been on the road. They've played the Celtics, they played the Pelicans, they played the Timberwolves, and they played the Heat, and last game they played the Magic. 5 very good teams. 5 very capable teams. None of those are bad teams. Obviously, Celtics and Timberwolves at the top of their conferences, so... and they were able to keep the game with a lot of those teams close. A lot of those games were also very close. Like I said, they lost, they're 1-4 technically this year without him, but if you look at the schedule, you're like, wow. They've played some really tough games without Embiid. And they're playing a banged up Rockets team, and I think they just get this done. This is even money, just about, so I think they get this done. I really like the 76ers to roll. On the season, the 76ers 21-9 against the spread, 9-5 on the road against the spread. Rockets 17-10-2 against the spread, 11-4-1 against the spread at home. Like I said, I just think we'll see, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, DeAnthony Melton. I really like Kelly Oubre Jr. too. I think he's a very solid player as well. So I like a lot of the players that the 76ers have. Like I said, with their depth, I think they'll be able to get this done on the road at the Rockets. So love it there, guys, for number 3 pick. We're going 76ers minus 1.5 spread here versus the Houston Rockets. Minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 4, we're going Saddiq Bey over 21.5 PRAs here for the Atlanta Hawks. minus 115 odds here on Bet365. So guys, we got Bay 7 out of his last 10 to this line, 6 out of his last 10 at home, including 6 of his last 7 at home. So recently, really strong trends here for Bay. We don't have DeAndre Hunter in the lineup for the Hawks. He's injured, so he'll be out. That's significant for Bay. He'll get more minutes there at the small forward position. He's averaging 37.4 minutes per game in the month of December, which obviously I love that. And here against Sacramento, this is a pretty solid matchup overall. Sacramento's allowing the 12th most points, the 10th most rebounds, the 14th most assists to small forward. So overall, I love the matchup for him. He's averaging 23.1 PRAs in the month of December. So you're seeing his volume, you're seeing his minutes go up. Obviously, with DeAndre Hunter being out now, that obviously helps him and his potential opportunities that he'll have on the floor. And of course, you know, with any team that plays the Hawks, it's not Saddiq Bey you're worried about. So Saddiq Bey is should get some open looks. You got to worry about Trae Young. You got to worry about DeJounte Murray. You got to worry about those guys. So obviously Bey should get, you know, the better looks, and hopefully, you know, Young could dish it out to a guy like Bey, knock down some open shots. That's the big thing. Can we get the volume? Can we get the minutes? If we get those things, I think obviously we cash this line. I think across the board, you know, this is a great matchup here versus Sacramento. It isn't a great defensive team. You're going to see pace. You're going to see up and down the floor, which obviously we'd like to see that. So, love it there, guys, for our number 4 pick. We're going Saddiq Bey over 21.5 PRAs here for the Atlanta Hawks. Minus 115 odds here on Bet365. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. I appreciate all of your support. My vow to you guys in the new year is to be more consistent with these videos, and I do apologize that we haven't been. It is my goal to be a lot more consistent, and that starts with me being a lot more disciplined. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support of this channel. You guys don't know how much it means to me. As far as our ladder challenge, I'm not sure we're going to be doing one today or not. I'll let you guys know. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Also, I post it on YouTube as well. So if we do end up running a ladder challenge, you guys will see that posted. But other than that, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We will catch you next time. Peace out.